Hello there guys, welcome back to Blues Fans TV for my live review of West Ham 3, Chelsea 2. Honestly, what on earth was that? What on earth was that? I'm so pissed off. Let me just give you a quick little disclaimer at the start of this live review. I might say things that I will not regret tomorrow, but things that I might see differently tomorrow. But right now, I'm so annoyed at literally everyone. All of our players, bar one or two, honestly, I'm so annoyed. I'm so bloody annoyed. Jesus Christ, what on earth was that? Have you ever seen anything more embarrassing than that? West Ham do the double over us. Only a week ago, all the Chelsea fans laughing at Arsenal for Brighton doing the double over them. West Ham's no bloody better. At least Brighton are staying up. I mean, West Ham might do now as well, fair enough, but shocking. What is Rudiger doing? What is Christensen doing? What is the defending of Alonso? What is Kante doing for the last goal? And I know some of you will hate me for that, but what is he doing? Where is Alonso? Can he ever cross the ball? What does Willian do with his crossing? Great free kick, good penalty. But what is he doing with his crossing? What is Kepa doing for the goal? What is Tammy doing for the goal? What is Tammy doing for the entirety of the whole game? What are we all doing here? It's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Something a little bit more positive. We are very close to hitting 100,000 subscribers. We're less than 200 subscribers away. So if you want to cheer me up, if you want to cheer the guys up, at least a little bit, please do subscribe. If you're watching this right now, please do subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be massively appreciated. Every single new subscriber counts. And if you're subscribed already, tell your friends, tell your mum, tell your nan, tell everyone to subscribe. That honestly would mean a lot. And also if you're watching this right now, please drop a like on this live stream. That'd be great. Please just drop a like. Honestly, and I know we haven't lost the game in ages. The problem is just that all the teams around us are also doing well. Man United actually play well at the moment. Won again. Wolves won again, I'm pretty sure. Did they not? Did Wolves play today even? Wolves play tomorrow? Did Wolves play on Tuesday? I don't even remember. But no, Wolves played already. Wolves played already. They played on the weekend. Did they even play a midweek game? I don't even know. Hello, Zane. Thank you for the £4.99 donation. Learn from the true team of London. Did you see Oba Masterclass? You played Norwich, mate. Chill. And also, what, you 7th or something? All right, chill. Anyway, honestly, what on earth was that today? Let's start it off by talking about the lineup, right? The lineup was this, as you can see over here on screen. 4-3-3, Kepa and goal, centre back 2 of Christensen and Rudiger. First of all, both Christensen and Pulisic were fit. Don't know what Lampard was messing with in that press conference. But it didn't help us anyway. Lost anyway, even though Pulisic was by far the best player on the pitch. But yeah, centre back 2, Christensen, Rudiger, Azpilicueta right back, Alonso left back, N'Golo Kante again as a sole DM, Kovacic to his left, Barkley to his right, Pulisic on the left wing, but very far inside with Alonso covering pretty much all of the width, and Pulisic playing as kind of a half number 10, half second striker at times as well. Tammy down the middle and Willian on the right wing. I mean, I didn't even hate our performance in the first half. I didn't even hate our performance early in the first half. I thought we were moving the ball around quite well. Didn't really create any chances, but had West Ham under control. We're moving it around. We're trying things. I was okay with that. Whenever West Ham tried the long ball, we dealt with it fine. It was good. Then, out of nowhere, Rudiger just asleep completely. And Antonio goes through with his first chance, but scuffs his shot completely and hits it wide. Then with some nice play, Pulisic has a good chance from just the edge of the box that he really should put on target, but puts it just over and just wide. Is annoyed at himself, very angry at himself. Then we get away with one. Tammy gives away a very silly corner. Not quite as silly as the Rudiger one later, in my opinion, but still a very silly corner. We kind of concede from it, but VAR rules it out. In my opinion, correct to rule it out because Antonio was lying on the ground, and it doesn't even matter whether he impacted with play and he impacted Kepa's side. First of all, I mean the United goal the Everton goal against United that was ruled out a few before the break, the same thing. So if they ruled that out, they have to rule this out. But in my opinion, Souček's, or was it even Souček? Whoever scored that goal that wasn't allowed, I think it was Souček, actually hits Antonio first when Antonio was already offside. The ball comes back to him, he hits it again, and then he scores. So whether he's impeding with Kepa's view or not doesn't really matter because he was already offside before. So that was the correct decision. Thank you for another £1.99 donation. Rudiger and Kepa out now. This is the final straw. I will get on Kepa in a minute. But thank you for the donation. Honestly, it means a lot. And like I said, guys, please do subscribe. we really want to try to hit 100,000 subscribers. And drop a like as well. There's 377 of you watching. Please drop a like, honestly. It would mean the world to us. But yes, guys. Right. We get the let off, right? We get the let off. They disallowed a goal after 3 minutes of VAR checking. God knows how that took that long. It really wasn't that difficult to see, but fair enough. And only a few minutes later, great interception by Kante, then great work by Kovacic on the wing, plays it into Pulisic, and then some nice movement. Just really good acceleration to get round. Can't remember who fouled him. Ogbonna, Souček, can't remember. Someone that fouled him, brought him down, penalty. Willian steps up, scores. And honestly, what Rudiger did there to give away that corner that we conceded the 1-0 from, what is he doing? What is he doing? Initially, he just tries to shield the ball from whoever on their right was. Probably Bowen. Is that his name? Jared Bowen, yeah. Tries to shield the ball. Kante helps him. They kind of stand there, just both of them. Kante is kind of in Rudiger's way. Rudiger he looks like he tries to clear it long, changes his mind, tries to pass it out for a throw-in. And then he bottles that pass to pass it out for a throw-in so badly that he puts it out for a corner. But from the last corner, we pretty much conceded, but we were lucky that... Oh yeah, Diop was the way that gave the penalty away. Cheers. If that's what you meant anyway. When the last corner we pretty much conceded from, just the VAR ruled it out. Rudiger does that. And then what do we do? Same problem again. Like for the one we conceded, Azpilicueta is on West Ham's tallest player, Souček. He's like 190 centimetres. Aspi isn't even 180 centimetres. Aspi isn't even 5'11". Aspi is 5'10". I don't know how much 190 centimetres is in feet. Don't know, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", something like that. Both times, Aspi is on him, while Rudiger is in the middle, marking absolutely no one. And I get zonal marking. But surely the players, and to some extent also Lampard, because we concede set-piece goals pretty much every single bloody game, right? We have to realise that maybe we should kind of move it around a little bit, not always stick to the same zones. If they have one particularly tall player and dangerous player, maybe we shouldn't put Aspi on him or Kante on him. Do you know what I mean? We've also had Kante on the tallest opposition players this season before for set-pieces. It's not the first time this is happening. And guys, Caio especially, I will get to what you guys put in the chat towards the end of the stream. Most of you guys know this by now. Right. But then the ball is played in. Kepa tries to come out for it, runs into Kante, who is kind of fighting with Antonio, kind of just bounces off them, is stumbling across his box. Like I said, Aspi loses the header against Souček, but I'm not even going to criticise Aspi much for that. The guy's about an entire head taller than him. You know? Not quite, but, you know, almost. And he also, you know, leaned on him a little bit. But, you know, not going to claim a foul or anything. But like I said, Kepa is stumbling through his own box, and Tammy is actually stood on the goal line. The ball is coming right at Tammy. Literally, it would hit him right in the stomach. It would hit him right in the stomach. What does he do? Tammy Abraham decides to try a scissor kick on his own goal line to try and clear it, misses the ball completely, falls on the floor, ball goes into the goal. When he should have just controlled it with his stomach and then cleared it. No. All right, that was just before the break, 1-0 half-time. We come out of the break, no substitutions, even though I wouldn't say he was bad, but he just didn't do anything. He just wasn't involved. Tammy had a shocker. And to be honest, you could have taken another couple of players off as well. Alonso tried about 15 crosses today and completed about 1. Willian probably tried about 10 crosses today, and I think might have completed 0. But he scored 2 goals, so I'm going to let Willian off to some extent. And we do nothing at half-time. Lampard, no substitutions. 3 at Leicester. All right. It was, Leicester was 0-0 and I was 1-0. Don't really know why there was no substitutions today. I thought we really could have done with substitutions at half-time. But that wasn't to be. And for the first few minutes of the game, let me just open my phone to get the exact minutes up. In the 51st minute, West Ham literally outplay us. Just passing it around like the Chelsea. Like the Chelsea play against West Ham. Passing around like it's no man's business. Declan Rice turns into bloody Xavi and Iniesta, passing it round, dictating everything. Nice ball to Mikel Antonio. Rudiger kind of pulls him. I didn't think it was enough for a pen, even if the goal that followed 2 seconds after didn't happen. I don't think that was enough for a pen, especially with how big and strong Antonio is. He fell over like a bloody fly. Ridiculous, embarrassing from him. But everyone just switched off. They play it out over to Bowen, whoever assisted that goal. Yes, Jared Bowen. Play it out wide to him. Again, thank you for the 6 Australian dollar donation. 4th place is now at serious risk. It's at serious risk, but we're also still only 1 point behind Leicester. So, you know, it's still more than everything to fight for with Wolves, United, Leicester and ourselves. But yeah, let me just continue. They played out to Bowen. You know, Alonso tries to, you know, attack him. Alonso just is poor at defending. You know, the cross goes between Alonso's legs. Rudiger tries to charge in after already throwing, you know, Antonio on the floor. Christensen also charges in. They both just charge in. At least Aspie was trying to cover the far post where Lanzini was. Maybe, don't know who else that could have been. Maybe Fornals. Whoever was at the far post. Aspie tried to cover him and did. But Antonio just got up after Rudiger threw him over. And he was just waiting for it. He was literally just waiting for him for the ball. And everyone just steams past him. Bowen just cuts it back. And Antonio just scores into an empty goal in the 51st minute. Honestly, I was furious. 3 minutes later, we make substitutions. Finally, actually, just one. Mason Mount comes on for Mateo Kovacic, which didn't really do much, in all honesty. And I didn't think Kovacic was bad, but I get the substitutions because it's more attacking. Another 10 minutes later, after doing nothing, we finally make some good substitutions, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek comes on for Ross Barkley, and Olivier Giroud comes on for Tammy Abraham. Both of them had an immediate impact for the first 10-15 minutes of playing. Ruben longer, but it's both for the first 15 minutes, and then kind of for the rest of the game, Giroud was kind of equally as useless as Tammy. I mean, at least he didn't give corners away, or at least he didn't bottle a goal line clearance, which was very easy. But he was kind of as useless in the box. You know, he was difficult to find because obviously they just defended. So when we had a lot of crosses and he didn't get on the end of them. But he just didn't really help us. And Ruben at least tried. Ruben came on and within 2 minutes, you could see he's by far the best midfielder we have at the club. I don't care about Kante. I don't care about Kovacic. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is by far the best midfielder we have at Chelsea Football Club. And he isn't even bloody fit. He isn't even fit. And he still comes on, he's better than everyone else. And I know he didn't score. And he almost could have scored with his second touch of the game, but he didn't get enough of a connection on it. But at least he did, right? Then in the 72nd minute, Pulisic, great. We'll get on Pulisic again in a minute. Pulisic runs through, Rice hacks him down. Free kick from 20 yards out, maybe 22, 23 yards out. I think Alonso's going to take it. No, Willian takes it. Clearly, Fabianski is expecting him to go to the corner of the wall, basically. The corner the wall is covering. He doesn't. He goes for the goalkeeper side to the net of the goal. Fabianski already takes a step in the other direction until he notices that Willian is actually going for the goalkeeper side. Hits the inside of the post, goes in. Brilliant free kick. Absolute scream of a free kick. And I'm like, pardon me, need a drink. I'm like, brilliant. We can turn this around now. We can win this. You know, still 3 points on. You know, going third because obviously Leicester lost today, so we could have gone third. First time in the new, in my opinion, lovely kit with the 3 sponsorship on it. Thought it was destined. We're now going to go into third. What happens instead? We concede 3 goals. Because in the, 89th minute, Andriy Yarmolenko, the Ukrainian, makes it 3-2 on the break. We attack. Kante, who's the sole DM today, decides to leave his position, which is exactly why I don't want him to play as a sole DM, because he's not quite disciplined enough. And someone says Lampard did say he doesn't always have to stay there. Agreed. And Lampard did say that, but Lampard did also say that then others have to fill in for him. And none of them did. And who do you want at that defensive position when the opponent hits on a counter? Kante or, like, I don't know, Ruben? Not quite Ruben, is it? Especially when Kante is trying to go for a header at the edge of the opposition's box. And what is he, 4'5"? Obviously, he's like probably 5'6", but you get the point. Why is he there? And that leaves Christensen against Mikel Antonio completely on his own, who Antonio bossed both Rudiger and Christensen all night long. And then Rudiger's the only other guy there, and they just hit on the break. Yarmolenko goes, runs down the wing. And Rudiger can't, I can't even blame Rudiger for that goal. I can't even blame Christensen much for that goal. Antonio is strong. Antonio is before him. The ball comes short. What can he really do? He could do a bit better, of course. He could also foul the guy, take the yellow, because it wouldn't have been a red card. So it wasn't great by Christensen by any means. But they were 2 on the by themselves. A good ball to Antonio. He just lays it off. And Yarmolenko made a good run. Runs in, cuts inside. Then Rudiger could have done a little bit better. And he just curls it into the bottom far corner. And that's it. And that's it. Did we make another sub? We didn't even. We only made 3 bloody subs. What was the point in that then, Frank? We have 5 subs. We only made 3. When we lose the game against West Ham. We lost both games against West Ham. And once against Manuel Pellegrini and one against David bloody Moyes. David Moyes. Are you taking a fucking piss? David Moyes. Honestly, I'm so annoyed. Like, what is that defending? Rudiger was taking a piss out of by Antonio and all the other West Ham players all night long. He was getting mugged left, right and centre. He was getting spun left, right and centre. He was out of position left, right and centre. He gives away that corner. And he was good in the last few games. I'm not saying, oh, Rudiger out forever. No. He just had a bad game today. And we just have to accept that. Also, people that like Rudiger have to accept he had a bad game today. That doesn't mean he's an awful defender out of nowhere. And I know he's not Van Dijk by any means. He's not Koulibaly by any means. But he's not awful just because tonight was bad. And Christensen struggled. But Christensen lack of physicality, I mean, shocker, surprise. I mean, sorry, but Frank Lampard is also to some extent to blame for that. For West Ham played Mikel and Antonio up front, or even if they had Sebastian Haller fit, he would also be strong and tall. So even then, Christensen wouldn't be the best. So possibly you should have started CHAOUIPRODUCTIONS because he's much stronger and probably would have dealt with Mikel and Antonio much better than Christensen could have done. Even though Christensen did all right, except for the goal we conceded, the second goal we conceded. Did all right generally, I thought. And of course, for the third goal, he could do a bit better with Antonio. But I think it's harsh to criticise him there. But what's Lampard doing there? Also the set-piece defending. I don't know who's in charge of that, if we're going to blame specifically Lampard for that, but something needs to be sorted out there. We pretty much concede, VAR saves us. Next corner, we concede. Against Villa, we concede from a set-piece. Against City, we concede from a set-piece. Okay, it was an incredible free kick, but still it was conceded from a set-piece. And the only really chances that Leicester had, especially early on in the cup game on Sunday, were set pieces as well. What are we doing with set pieces? Like, I know we're not the tallest of teams, but we're not that short, and we should know what to do. Like, it's been a problem last season under Sarri, but it got better a little bit as the season went on, in my opinion. This season was a problem at the start, it's a problem now. It got a bit better in the middle, somewhere, like in November time. But now it's again awful. And it needs to be sorted out. And I'm not saying, oh, Lampard is an awful manager. No. But I'm just saying there are things that need to be improved on. There are things that Kante needs to improve on. He seems to be now playing this ODM role pretty regularly. All right, he needs to sort his passing. He needs to fucking sort out his angles that he offers the centre-backs to pass to. He's just stood there and waiting. If you watch our games, when Jorginho plays there, he's running around like a crazy person, offering himself. Kante's just stood there, clearly marked, can't be passed to. He just stood there waiting for the ball. I'm like, mate, if he passed the ball to you now, we lose the ball and we concede. You got to move, mate. You got to move. And if you play there, you can't go running forward like crazy trying to attack, which at times he did in the first half, but then Kovacic sat. But in the second half, when his midfielders ahead of him are mounted Ruben Loftus-Cheek, then he can't go steaming forward like a crazy person. I know we were chasing the goal, but 1 point is still better than no points. So, don't go crazy at 2-0. If we were 3-2 down at that point, fair enough, do it. It doesn't matter whether we lose 3-2 or 4-2. But at 2-2, you can't be doing that. You can't be going mental like that. Alonso still can't cross the fucking board. And I get our system that we try to implement. Pulisic, the left winger, kind of cuts inside as almost a second striker or number 10. Especially because when we play a 4-3-3, we don't really have a proper number 10. So Pulisic kind of comes in to be that kind of half-second striker number 10. And Alonso covers all the width. Which is a good idea if you have a good left back. Hence why we need a left back. And it's not Ben Chilwell who lost the ball about 30 times against Everton today. It's not Chilwell. Chilwell is not the solution. But if you do that, which is a good system and tactic to have on the left, you need someone that can actually cross the ball and not Marcos Alonso. And I'm not saying Emerson is the solution, but maybe try different tactics, Mr. Lampard. If our left back can't do that, what you're asking him to do. How about that, mate? And Willian, what can you say about Willian? He can't cross the ball to save his life, but then assisted the goal against Leicester with a cross. And then also scored the penalty and a screamo free kick. What can you say about that guy? He's a weird guy, mate. He's a weird player. Plays really badly, but still scores the winner. Not the winner, but still scores the screamer and a penalty. Pulisic, I feel for the guy. It's almost like Hazard so many times. When he was by far the best player, just about didn't get lucky. Wins a penalty already. Got unlucky with a shot over the bar in the first half. Gets unlucky with a shot just wide of the post straight after we made it 2-0. Just wide of the near post. And by far the best player, going past everybody. Playing like crazy. He was injured pretty much and played the entire 90 minutes. His calf is probably killing him right now. The poor guy. Honestly, the poor guy. Tell me what you're doing. Shocking. What are you... I'm not even talking about his striker play. He struggled, he tried, energy, didn't really work for him. Fair enough, shit happens. He was good when he came on against City, he was decent against Leicester. Didn't work for him today. And that isn't good, and Giroud should have come on a little bit earlier. Yes, I agree. But what he did on the goal line is embarrassing. Like, what are you doing, my son? What are you doing, my son? Also, there's pretty much 900 of you watching right now. Can you please drop a like? That'd be massively appreciated. Please do, guys. That'd be great. Only 210 likes, and there's 900 people watching. What are we doing, guys? And also, please do subscribe, please, because we are less than 200 subscribers away from hitting 100,000 subscribers, and it'd be such a massive milestone for us to hit as a channel. We've been working towards that for such a long time. It would just mean the world to us and cheer us up a little bit after such a shocking performance like today. And I don't know why people keep just putting Bruno. Are you just a bit bored? Like, I don't understand it. But honestly, I'm just a bit annoyed. And like I said in the disclaimer at the very start, which some of you might not have seen yet, I'm just annoyed today. So I might say things that I would say differently tomorrow, but right now I'm just pissed off. Just pissed off at everybody. Aspie can't cross, but then he still completes the most crosses at the club because Reece James doesn't play much. But just because he completes the most at the club doesn't mean he's good at crossing. That is also annoying. That is also really annoying. And Kojic, he's too slow at the moment. Since the break, he's playing next to Kante. We get the ball, and I see him like walking and walking and walking. Just take a run. You're the best dribbler in the bloody league at the moment, or one of them anyway. He doesn't even try. What's he doing? Barkley was just caught in nothingness. Ruben came on. I was happy with him. It was very good. Finally to see him play midfield because he was so much better than he was ever on the wing, either when he started against Villa or when he came on against Leicester. Finally, you saw, oh, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is actually a good player. Lampard, stop putting him on a wing, please. If you're going to put any of the midfielders on a wing, it's Mason Mount, not Ruben, please. And Giroud, yeah, tried, but what can I say? And Kepa, yeah, he looks like a mug for the first goal. But is it all on him? No. Is it partly on him? Yes. I thought initially maybe he should come out and catch it. I think it's too high for him to catch it. I think. But you could also say his run initially was wrong because he comes out straight. They would never reach it. So either he has to go diagonally if he wants to fist it away before Souček and Aspie, or he has to stay on the line, because if he stays on the line, he might just quite comfortably save that because the header didn't have a lot of power. But again, still Tammy. And again, still bloody Rudiger. Why is he passing the ball out for a bloody corner? I mean, I know he didn't mean to. And I know I'm really angry. And even in a tight, I'm like, oh, Rudiger. And I don't know if he's going to watch this. If he does watch this, definitely not as far into it as this is now. But like, I know you didn't try to, but come on, this can't happen to you. You're playing for Chelsea Football Club. You're playing for Chelsea Football Club. You're playing for the German national team. You can't just pass the ball out to a corner when you mean to pass it out for a throw-in. Why are you even attempting that in the first place? Just kick it long. Bloody hell! I'm gonna get to a couple of comments that you guys have put into the chat right now. If this will work at some point, you give me a second. I mean, it's struggling, isn't it? It's struggling, isn't it? So, Tammy is shit. I mean, today was really poor. Yeah, I agree. Rudiger makes those mistakes a few times. There's a lot of you guys putting a few times a game, though. No, he doesn't do it every game. Come on now. We need Zuma and Christensen until Tomori is fit. Zuma. Bloody hell, guys. There's too many of you in the chat. It's difficult to read it right now. And in the meantime, still 840 if you're watching, only 340 likes. Please go and drop a like. It would mean a lot to us. And also, please subscribe. Less than 200 subs away from 100,000 subscribers. Might as well. Come on, guys. Every single subscriber counts. That'd be massively appreciated. We need to spend money on a centre-back. I agree, but who's available? Declan Rice destroyed Chelsea this time. He did, to an extent. Not the entire game, but he did to an extent. We need a Van Dijk-like player. Yeah, tell me who is one. Koulibaly might be, but good luck for Chelsea negotiating with Napoli after the whole Sarri Jorginho debacle. Need a bad boy defender. Yeah, we do. Alonso is an embarrassment. I agree. Bloody hell, you guys are so quick. Christensen was so slow on the ball. Passing was also crap. Yeah, but Christensen was slow on the ball because Kante didn't offer himself ever. Kante just stood there waiting like, mate, all right, where's the ball? Give me the ball. When Lanzini is like half a yard next to him. I'm like, oh, he can't pass it to you then, can he, mate? All right, Kayo, mate, cheers. Let's be real, Tammy. Giroud and Alonso are not Chelsea-level starters. 13 goals a season is not enough for a Chelsea starter, no matter what age you are. Pulisic, Werner, Ziyech forward. Probably. Ethan Ampadu comes back soon, doesn't he? Maybe he could help us out. Yeah, but I think even if Ethan Ampadu, even if he comes back from loan, I think even he isn't allowed to play. I'm not sure on that ruling, though. And guys, if you want to make sure that I read your chat, please use the super chat function. Use as small of a tip as you want to use, but because there's so many people in the chat right now, it makes it difficult for me to read everyone. So if you want to make sure that I see your message, please use the super chat function. I'm going to get to a couple more things that you guys put in the chat. I don't know why people are talking about Bruno. He just loses the ball all the time. All right, he's got a good volley, but he didn't even connect with that well. Ugh, I'm so scared. Alex, calm yourself. I don't know who Alex is, but yes, I agree. Alex in general, just calm yourself. Centre back, left back, goalkeeper as soon as possible. I don't want to be reactionary today. I know Kepa bottled it for the first goal, but I genuinely don't think Kepa is that bad. But some goalkeeper manager needs to work on him to come out for the high balls. Someone needs to work on that with him. I don't know who we're going to bring in. I don't know whether we're going to make Petr Cech turn up on the training pitch because Hilario clearly ain't teaching it to him. But someone needs to teach him. Because yes, he is short, but Casillas was short. He's the same height or taller than Casillas. And Casillas came out for crosses. And if Casillas can do it, Kepa can do it. So someone bloody teach it. Pissing me the fuck off. Cheers for the £2 donation, mate. By Jibs A. Why is Jorginho not playing? Vital in our team. I mean, that's easy to say, isn't it? I mean, he didn't play against Liverpool. He didn't play against Everton. He didn't play against City, Villa, or Leicester. And we won all of those games. And now he didn't play again and we lost. Would he have made a significant difference today? I personally don't think so. I don't think Jorginho playing or not playing makes a difference in why we win or lose today, personally. But I also would like to see him play a little bit more. Zuma should have played. I agree. I don't know whether Christensen wasn't fully fit. I thought Christensen was decent except for 2-3 moments. But he just struggled against Antonio. But can I really criticise Christensen for that when Antonio is such a unit and Christensen is a bit of a stick? I don't know. So isn't that just on the manager then? Just like use the stronger defender. Thank you for your $5 donation, Chester's Vengeance. We better hope Pulisic doesn't get hurt because he's the only player that looks like he wants to score. Kind of true, yeah. I mean, he didn't score and Willian scored too, but yeah, kind of true. Pulisic was again absolutely brilliant, and I feel for the guy. Honestly, I do feel for the guy. You will scared on 18th. We'll be calm with you lot. We'll be calm with you lot. We've had these type of games before. 2 or 3 shots on target. Bloody hell. And they end up scoring goals. I mean, they had a bit more than that. There was a stat after they made it 2-1 in the second half, or at some point in the second half anyway. When we had 8 shots in the first half, they had 4 in the first half. In the second half, then at that point we had 0. They had 4 again. And that is shocking. Our first half until Ruben and Giroud came on was absolutely diabolical. Honestly, pardon me, diabolical. But guys, I think I'm going to leave it here. Should Tomori start? Well, once he's back fit from injury, maybe, but we'll have to see how he's doing. It's difficult to say right now because, I mean, all of Christensen, Zuma and Rudiger have done well so far. Christensen and Zuma are the standouts in my opinion. Rudiger was never the standout in any of the games so far. The standout centre-back, it was always the other one. Zuma against Leicester and Christensen in the other 2 games. Well, none of the defenders against Aston Villa really, but against City it was Christensen. So you'd have to try Tomori to see how he does at the moment. Thank you for another donation by Mr. Harry Stevens, another £1.99. If Alonso can make it, anyone can make it. Yeah? I love that. Cheers for cheering me up. Cheers to cheering me up. Should Tomori start, like I said, we just have to try it out when he's back fit. But yeah, also, excuse the red cheeks. That just happens when I'm annoyed. That just happens when I'm annoyed. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to leave it here. Again, like I said in the beginning, please do subscribe to Blues Fans TV if you haven't already. We're so close to reaching 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and it will be a massive milestone for us to hit. So please do subscribe. It would mean the world to us. Drop a like if you're watching this. There's still roughly 800 people watching, and we have 400 likes, which is still good. But let's hit even more likes. Just drop a like, really. It's just one click of a button. Come on, guys. Even if you're an opposition fan, just drop a like. Why not? And if you're watching this at a later point as a video, we'll get to your super chat in a second, Morgan. If you're watching this later on as a video, leave me your thoughts on the game down in the comments section below. And now quickly, the last thing to mention here by Morgan Larkin. Thank you for the £2 donation. United going to Bukake. I'm worried. Your thoughts? No, they're not going to Bukake anyone. I mean, maybe Sheffield. Or, I mean, even Brighton. I still think that didn't that ball go out of play? I don't know if that was the same situation of play. But I'm not particularly scared of United. I think we're going to find a way. I hope we're going to find a way, because if I'm going to be scared already now, I've got gastroscopy tomorrow. Well, I'm a bit more worried about that. Not actually worried about that, but you know. that's more in my mind than a bloody United game. We've got games to go between then. First Watford on the weekend. Don't even know we're playing after that. But plenty of games to go to secure top 4. And let's get it, guys. You know, I've talked myself out of being annoyed now. I'm a little bit less annoyed. So let's just get it. It's upwards and onwards. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, do subscribe if you haven't already, like I mentioned. Help us hit 100,000 subscribers. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you were watching this live. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Up to Chelsea. It's upwards and onwards. And I'll see you when I see you.